This podcast is the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Gundam Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the Mobile Suit Gundam series, such as the multiple timelines, mobile suits, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, pilots, to another episode of the Gundam Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Tamara, and always with me is my good friend, Jesse.
How's it going, everybody?
And today we are here bringing you more mobile suits, and last week we went over the mass production of the gym because we didn't do a Federation mass-produced suit, period, which is Yeah, it's fine. It only took a year to do, but we did it.
Don't worry about it.
But today we are bringing you another, I would say it's a mass-produced-ish, kind of. It's based off of mass-produced type.
Yeah, kind
of. Which is the Gundam Astray Red Frame. So, this is the mobile suit introduced in the manga Mobile Suit Gundam Astry, and is piloted by a Junk Guild member, Lo Gruel. Now, which is really cool is, if you go and download and play SD Gundam G Generation Eternal on mobile, you can actually get this entire story through there, because it's one of the historical, it was an event-only story, and then after so much time has passed, they put it as a historical event that you can do at any point in time, and the Astray series is part of it, which is really cool. So you can learn more of the story with the Astrays. So getting into the technology and combat characteristics. So the MBF P02 Gundam Astray Red Frame is one of the 5 identical prototype mobile suits developed by Orb with using stolen data from the Earth Alliance's G project. Its original concept was the mobile suit would be piloted by naturals and would be eventually installed with an incomplete natural use OS. Most of the technologies from the G project was successfully copied, with the exception of the phase shift armor, which we do see this in Gundam Seed. We see this with the M1 Astrays, which was the mass-produced versions of said mobile suit. The Gundam Astrays are just upgraded versions of the M1 Astrays. So in this place, the prototype Gundam Astrays were equipped with a lightweight foaming metal armor to compensate the reduction in the defensive power due to the weaker armor. The prototype Gundam Astrays were made to be lighter and more maneuverable than the G project counterparts. This design philosophy and using superior movability to compensate the interior armor was later inherited by Orb's mass production mobile suits. All 5 prototype Gundam Astrays were designated with a backpack that was lowered to the back skirt armor, allowing the mounting of additional equipment on the back. Now, the Red Frames initially had the same armor as any other prototype Gundam Astrays, consisting of 2 head-mounted Engelstrong. This is German. All of Seed stuff is German, and I'm terrible at German.
I kind of love it. It's hilarious.
Which is funny because I have German blood. Just doesn't tell much. So 75 millimeter. They're freaking Vulcans. They're multi-barrel CWAS, 2 backpack-mounted beam sabers, a Type 71 beam rifle, and a physical shield. The Red Frame's pilot, Lo Gruel, eventually acquired another armament, the Gerbera Straight Katana, to wield his katana effectively. The Red Frame's OS was modified. Lo was created a 150-meter long version of his sword, however, it cannot be carried by the Red Frame in its normal configuration. Lo would also design a set of upgrades for the Red Frame, but was used to repair Gar's damaged MBF P03 Gundam Astray Blue Frame instead. When there was need for flight capability, the Red Frame would be equipped with a flight unit, which had need to dive underwater. It would be used the salvage unit. After his return from Mars, Lo developed the Kultowich and the Dragahead. The former is a multifunctional handheld equipment, while the latter is a special head unit that is enhanced sensors and designed to complement the Kultowich. Like other mobile suits that use beam weapons, the Red Frame was equipped with hand plugs and exchange energy with weapons the mobile suit carries. Although considered a misuse of the system, the energy from the hand plug was manipulated into the energy ball and discharge. This was often used by Low as an emergency weapon. For an example, to temporary blind enemies, the mysterious organization Librarian Works? Is that how you say that? Librarian. Oh, shoot. I was... Okay. My brain was reading it right then. Later created a copy of the Red Frame known as the Replica Red Frame, and it had the same capabilities as the real Red Frame. So, yeah. The Red Frame is pretty cool. Cool things come from it. There's a lot of really cool variants of it, not going to lie.
Yeah.
First, now going into the armaments, we have the Ilk. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. I'm sorry.
Eaglestone.
That 75mm multi-barrel Seawaws. So mounted on the Red Frame's head, the two Seawaws are light projectile weapons used to intercept missiles, enemy units, and destroy lightly armored vehicles. We have the Beam Saber, which is the Red Frame is equipped with 2 Beam Sabers for close combat and are stored on the backpack when not in use. We have the Type 71 Beam Rifle. So the Type 71 Beam Rifle is the standard range weapon for the Orb military. The beam rifles have an energy beam that is highly effective against most targets, such as mobile suits, but is less effective against targets designed to take beam attacks, such as the laminated armor or shields treated with anti-beam coating. It does have a shield, so the Red Frame is use a physical shield for defense. It is mounted in the left forearm or on a handheld. This is the same type of shield that is used by the Strike Gundam and the Dual Gundam. We have the Gerbera Straight. So while the Red Frame has the same basic armaments of other two Gundam Astray units, Low dislikes the high energy requirements of the beam weapons. Therefore, he favors using the Gerbera Straight, a mobile suit-sized katana given to him by the eccentric old swordsman Unno. After Low repaired the damaged sword. Unlike the swords used by Zaft suits like the Jin, the Gerbera Straight is extremely sharp and does not rely on kinetic energy of a high-speed swing to cut through its targets. Yeah, this thing's sharp and it's awesome, and it's also really cool to have in GB4 because then you have more weapons at your disposal.
Yeah, it is a cool one.
And honestly, all the Astrays are pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's also
I
fair.
used in GB4, I think for a while I used the green frame for the Astray. Because that's with the beam rifle and axe combo. So at one point, so then it also has a twin beam saber. So at one point, Low required a tactical reconnaissance type as a black market option, which is modified and connected to the Red Frame's right hand as a gauntlet-like weapon, allowing the Red Frame to use a twin beam saber. The head was stored encrypted reconnaissance data showing the Sword Calamity Gundam. Which the Calamity Gundam is pretty gnarly itself.
It is. It's pretty cool.
Because the Calamity was in the original Seed, right?
I think so, yeah.
I'm double checking.
Like 78% sure.
There's the... Yeah, it's from the 4. This was in Mobile Suit variant, which is like the side stuff. Is from the Calamity, which is Seed. Okay, this is the one from it's the one with the 2 cannons on the back of its backpack.
Yeah.
In Seed, so pretty cool. Then we have the Cow Twitch, which is a customizable multi-purpose equipment. created by Lowe and the mass-produced by Junk Guild. The call to which is meant for cutting and induction welding and can be used for combat if the limiter is disabled via voice command. However, doing so would contravene the prohibition of armed civilian mobile suit provisions, except when it was used for self-defense. Powered by an internal battery, the call to which normally consists of 2 blades, a short build cutter, and a long build knife, and a welding torch known as the build torch. During combat, it can function as a gun, aka G mode, where the build torch functions as a beam rifle, or can be reconfigured into a sword, aka S mode. Which,
Pretty cool.
that's the thing with the Astrays. They have multiple variation stuff they can do, depending on the backpack.
Cool.
And then it also has a scattering device that releases mirage colloid particles to help maintain this suit's balance while it moves in midair and allow it to remain stationary in the air with ease. The particles can also create an air current to propel the mobile suit and are used to detect any movement in the surrounding area. An unintended side effect is that the scattered mirage colloid particles can disrupt the mirage colloid stealth system of nearby mobile suits. There's also the full disabled mode whereby the safety limit is disregarded, allowing the cult witch to fire a dangerously high output energy of the target, destroying it in one hit. However, this damages the cult witch and renders it unusable.
I do really like using the back mounted ones in build.
Oh, that's so much fun. So much fun to use. Now moving into its special equipments. So it does have an external connector. So the connector for attaching additional equipment for the back of the suit is similar to the function of the hardpoint in the back of the Strike Gundam. The connector is exposed when the backpack is lowered to the back skirt armor. It can use the flight unit, so while staying in orb, Lowe acquired the M1 Astray's flight unit and modified it for the Red Frame. The flight unit's wings are actually detachable fuel tanks that can grant it a greater cruising range than the original version. The flight unit seems to be attached to the external connector on the Red Frame's back and serves only as a supplemental booster as the Red Frame's backpack is still present. Thanks to the support from 8, the flight unit can be detached and operated as a remote unit. Which, not gonna lie, that's pretty sweet. Oh, here, let me, detach from this and use it as a remote unit to give me cover.
Yeah.
Then it can also use the salvage unit. So this is a diving suit made by Lowe for the Red Frame. The salvage unit is created and use the exterior of the UMF-4A Goon. Is a superb resistance to water pressure, which the Red Frame lacks, and hence allows the suit to stay underwater for a long period. It has 3 searchlights, 1 above the head and 2 on the chest, and can deploy a pair of flotation devices from the sides of the surfacing during an emergency, as well as 2 manipulator arms, as the Red Frame's own arms are hidden underneath. As the Gerber straight katana is mounted on the back of the salvage unit, the Red Frame still has some form of combat capabilities when underwater. The first version of the salvage unit falls apart whenever it is ejected from the Red Frame. Lowe later develops an improved version that remains intact when injected, allowing for easy reuse. And then we have the Drag Head, which is an optional head unit designed by Lowe. It is designed to be used in the conjunction of the Cultwitch as enhanced sensors, Mirage Colloid control functions, incorporation of the Cultwitch, and can mount a beam antenna in various shapes depending on the need of the back of the fin. So, it's pretty cool. Red Frame's awesome. Astrays are awesome.
Yes.
And, now looking at this, it might be a little bit of a shorter episode, so sorry.
A little bit.
There you go. I mean, I think the gym episode was like 30, 40 minutes, so it is what it is.
It happens sometimes.
Happens more often with the mobile suit ones, because depending on the mobile suits we go over.
Some of them just don't have much about them. It just, unfortunately, the way it is.
Yeah. All right, well, with that, let's take a quick break, thank our listeners, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything podcast. There's nothing to do with the lore of Gundam. Here we want to thank all of our awesome listeners. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to Gundam. You can go to patreon.com/Gundam Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes, or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us ratings, reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave 5-star review on Apple with some words, or a nice Spotify comment. Read it out loud next time on the show, which we do have one from Gordon. From our gym episode. Hey guys, just found out about your show after seeing the real life-size Freedom Gundam statue at Shanghai, China. Made me feel like I was 10 years old again. I want to get back into Gundam, but I've not watched it in many years, and there are a ridiculous number of series in the franchise. Which one do you recommend the most to get into? Thanks. Ooh, to get into? I mean, there's a bunch of different... I mean, you can really start, honestly, anywhere.
There's a lot of schools of thought on that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can start anywhere in the series as long as it's not in the UC. If you start in the if you want to do the UC timeline with the original Mobile Suit Gundam, start there, and then work your way up. I mean, it's really not a lot when you really look at it. If you want to get into a series, I mean, you just saw the Freedom. Watch Gundam Seed.
Yeah.
Seed Destiny are both on
there you go.
Crunchyroll and Netflix. Definitely go see those or watch those. Those are really good. The Freedom movies, which is a continuation of Destiny, and Freed as a whole, or Seed as a whole. And then we have the Prelude coming out in Japan this year. So there's that as well, which will be a prelude to said movie.
Yes.
Iron Blooded Orphans is a really good show if you want like the dark gritty stuff, because that's Iron Blooded Orphans is just dark and gritty as a whole.
Yeah.
And also if you want to see like really brutal combat, it's very brutal.
Yeah, like it is extremely brutal.
Witch Mercury is pretty good. G-Quix if you want to see.
Also gets kind of brutal.
Yeah, no, Witch Mercury does get pretty brutal towards the latter half.
Witch Mercury has one of the most brutal Gundam scenes that I've ever seen.
You're talking about the hand slap?
Yep.
Yep. That Jim will not watch because of that.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough.
He does not want to watch it. And I was like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for seeing that.
Yeah, like, fair enough. That is something.
If you like Evangelion, G-Quix, because it's very Evangelion style, because it's made by the same studio. I mean, honestly, you can start anywhere as long as it's not in the UC.
Yeah.
I mean, if you saw the Freedom,
UC, you could, but if you do the UC, then you kind of have to watch the first
just
one.
to get, you kind of have to like go back and watch all the older ones because it's context. You won't get the full context of everything.
Exactly.
I mean, you can watch Gundam Wing. Wing is its own thing. It's
Wing
only
was really good.
Wing had 50 episodes? Maybe
something like that. And there's more Wing things coming out soon. So
yeah, they announced a new animation project for Wing as well. Seed is only like 50 episodes, and Seed Destiny is only 50 episodes, so they're not long. So I mean, you can start anywhere as long as it's not in the UC timeline. If you want to start UC, that by all means you can. No, I'm not stopping. No one's stopping you. It's just if you want to do UC, just go back and watch the older stuff to get the full context of everything. That's the main thing. Yeah. You can also find us on a few different Discord servers. The Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Been Friends Podcast and Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that we host, which are the Dragon Ball Lorecast, the Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Wizard World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Which I have Witcher news to do, hopefully next week. Because there's a random live stream they just announced that is going to be happening Thursday when this episode goes live. So hopefully I'll get Witcher news, but we'll see. Yeah. News-wise, besides all the awesome news we got last week from the Gundam 50th anniversary stuff that they're going to be doing the next couple years, nothing too crazy, unless there's anything on Gundam official.
There's really nothing that big. There is a little video. It's like a little message just from the director of the live action movie, but that's
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
well yeah, because they are now in like full on production.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you saw, there was some photos on a highway where it showed Zaku feet. Like they're going to be doing practical effects on some of this stuff, which is very exciting.
I'm interested for sure.
So we'll see. I don't know. We do know it's going to be its own thing. It's not going to take anything from any of the anime or anything. Well, like the mainline stuff, it's going to be its own separate thing. It could be in the UC for all we know, but it's its own separate, like, standalone thing that's not going to tie into other major stuff, as far as we know. It's not going to, let me rephrase that. It's not going to rehash things we've already seen.
Yeah, which is kind of important, honestly.
Yes. So, all right. Well, with that said, let's get back into the history of the Astray.
Let's do it.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
So, in CE 71, the Orb Union, Morganroe Corporation built 5 Gundam Astray prototype mobile suits at the Heliopolis, the Gundam Astray Gold Frame, the Red Frame, the Blue Frame, and the Green Frame, as well as the Gundam Astray Unit 5, which was later developed into the Astray Mirage Frame, which is based on the 5G Project Gundams that they assisted the Earth Atlantic Federation in creating. Now, each of the mobile suit, the Astrays, are freaking awesome. They all have their own unique style. Like the Gold Frame eventually becomes the Amaterasu or Amatsu. Thank you. The Blue Frame, I think just becomes Blue Frame something. Blue Frame Dragon.
I think so, something like that.
Blue Frame second G, second L. Yeah, the Blue Frame is like kind of like the basic of basic things. The Green Frame is pretty cool. Because that is more of the combat style, which becomes the Command Astray. And then the Astray Mirage is its own unique thing, which is pretty sick.
Yes, it is pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, there's the F-bomb.
Sorry. Couldn't help it this time. So it fits too much.
Yeah, right? So they successfully copied the EA's beam rifle and the Saber technology, but Morganroe did not have access to the phase shift armor design and compensated by making the Gundam Astray units lighter and more agile than their EA counterparts. Unlike the Gold Frame, the Red Frame was fitted with orb-only hand plugs and thus could not use Earth Alliance weapons. Which, that's fine. That's fine. On January 25th, CE-71, Zap's attack on Heliopolis to steal the Alliance Gundams also unknowingly interrupted the Astray project. In order to hide their progress, Orb's officials decided to destroy the Astray lab. Coordinator Rondo Gina Sahaka, an Orb nobleman, disagreed and attempted to save the 3 suits, Gold Frame, Red Frame, and Blue Frame, that were assembled. He ordered one of the subordinates to split the Astray data among the 3, Red and the Red Frame was uploaded with the incomplete Natural Use OS. This proved fortunate for Junk Guild merchant / technician / pilot Lo Gruel, who discovered the Red Frame as well as the Blue Frame and Gold Frame's discarded right arm shortly afterwards. While searching the remains of the Heliopolis for valuable salvage, Lo initially clashed with Ga Murakumo of the Serpent Tails Mercenary Company, who had been hired to eliminate all evidence of the Astray program, but the two joined forces when Guy's employer seamlessly double-crossed him. Having seen the mobile suits, Guy himself had become evidence of the program's existence, which is not good, I guess, for him, because that means he needs to be eliminated too. So Guy took control of the blue frame, and the two Astray pilots encountered one another several more times, sometimes as allies and sometimes as opposing sides. They soon became friends, and when Guy's Gundam Astray blue frame was damaged during battle with the Sokus clones, Lo readily offered to use the Red Frame's new upgrade parts to repair the damaged mobile suit. On one of the earliest missions, he encountered the Silver Wind under attack from the Nelson-class battleship and diverted their attack long enough for Lucas Klein to escape. Going back to OG Seed. Because Astray is kind of like in between the two.
Yeah, it's like a side story.
Yeah. Many people of the groups attempted to steal the Red Frame from Lo, but his combination of resourcefulness and luck caused these attempts to be all but fail. The most notable was Orb test pilot Yuri Wunin, undercover as Junk Guild technician recruit Marlene, who briefly took control of the Red Frame in an attempt to test its natural use OS. In the process, she and Lo accidentally discovered the energy discharge from the Red Frame's hand plugs that could be utilized as a makeshift weapon, and it was used to destroy the sensors of another mercenary mobile suit that had come to take the Red Frame. Lo later put his misuse of the system to good use in battle with the Gold Frame pilot Rondo, or with Rondo, I'm not going to say the full name, using it as the last-ditch weapon to destroy Gold Frame's head, and attack also damaged the Red Frame's arm. Fortunately, Lo still had the Gold Frame's discarded arm from the Halopos factory and used it as a replacement. He then brought the Red Frame to Orb, where he was fully repaired to the Morgan Road headquarters. Lo also brought the silver head of the tactical reconnaissance type at the black market option and mounted on the Red Frame's right arm to utilize the head's double-bladed beam saber. However, the unusual weapon was lost almost immediately afterwards during a Zap attack.
That sounds about right.
That sucks. After getting paired at Morgan Road, the Lo would use the Red Frame to aid the construction and defend the Gigafloat mass driver from the attack that it was used to complete. Afterwards, the Red Frame would be taken back into space, where Lo would use it alongside with Guy's Astray Blue Frame to battle Rondo's Astray Gold Frame, Amasu, resulting in the latter's death. Dun dun. After creating the power loader, Lo used it with the red frame and the 150-meter long katana, Gobra Straight Volume 2, to slice the fragments of the Junior 7 in half to prevent it from crashing into other planets. Later, when the Cornelius-class ship Rehome was attacked by Zaf pilot Ash Gray and his Regenerate Gundam, Lo would use the Red Frame with the power loader with the Gobra Straight Volume 2 to engage his new foe. However, the power loader was destroyed by Ash. The Regenerate? What in the world?
It's like a really weird looking one, right?
That is weird.
Yeah, it's like chunky.
It kind of reminds me of the mobile suits from G Fighter.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of like, do you remember the Shuffle Alliance, like the original Shuffle Alliance?
It's
kind of like those.
Similar to those. But I think it's a transforming one.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me see.
It's a weird transforming one because it transforms not only into a plane but a mobile armor.
It has a cruise mode, mobile armor cruise mode, and then it has a mobile armor mode, which is more of like the ground type. That's weird. All right.
Yeah.
So following this battle, with the help of Gene Curry, upgraded the Red Frame to the Powered Red configuration to wield the Gobra Astray Volume 2 more easily. Working together with the Guy's Serpent Tail, Lo then defeated the Generate with the Powered Red. Afterwards, Lo reverted Red Frame to its original form. After leaving for Mars, Lowe created the Mars jacket armor for his Red Frame, which the suit was still equipped after it returned to Earth's sphere. It was here that the suit was stolen by Diago Lowell and Mars colonists who come back with Lowe. Diago used the Mars jacket Red Frame during the Break the World terrorist attack on October CE 73, where it was used one of its katanas to slice apart pieces of the Genus 7 in an effort to reduce the damage caused as they fell to Earth. Diago eventually returned to the stolen suit, and Lowe afterwards transferring the Mars jacket armor to the civilian Astray JG Custom. In Mobile Suit Gundam Seed VS Astray, another Red Frame was deployed in the Librarian Works and piloted by a carbon human version of Uno. This replica Red Frame was built by the organization from scratch, and the power and abilities are exactly the same as the Red Frame. Lowe's Red Frame was later damaged by the Librarian Works Nebula Blitz Gundam, piloted by Lily Tavali. After this, the Red Flame was repaired and equipped with the tactical arms 2L, becoming the Gundam Astray Red Frame Kai. Sometime after the defeat of the Librarian Works, Lowe reverted the Red Frame Kai back to the basic Red Frame. So he doesn't keep upgrades for long. It's not like other Mobile Suit pilots where, oh, this is an upgrade, this is just better. He just like, oh, this is cool, I'm going back to the base unit. I'm done.
Yeah.
The Nebula Blitz Gundam. Let's see here.
It's another interesting one.
That's interesting. Oh, this is based off the gold frame.
Yeah.
It's essentially the gold frame and the Blitz. Because it has literally the same weapon as the Blitz. And the same weapon as the gold frame Amasu. Okay, fair enough. And the Red Frame Kai is just freaking awesome. It's like a flight unit with 2 Gerber Straights, and it's freaking sick. All right, so moving on to its variants. So we have the Red Frame Power Loader, the Astray Red Frame Powered Red, the Astray Red Frame Mars Jacket, the Red Frame Kai, and the Astray Red Dragon. The power loader is literally, oh my god, this thing is just a power loader.
Yeah.
It just sits in it. It just stands in it like a power loader. Okay. And if
it's a real weird one.
Yeah, a power loader is essentially like a exoskeleton
it's
kind
huge
of a thing.
Too.
It's a giant exoskeleton. The powered red is their Astray Red Frame just with beefy arms. My god, this is just straight up beefy arms. When it works out. The Mars Jacket is so it has more of a flight unit and like a Mars coloring.
Yeah, but go to the later pictures of it. It gets chunky.
Does it? Oh dear god, it does get chunky. That just literally looks like the freaking Zappazy.
It becomes chunky.
Does not look like the Sabazy from UC.
It kind of does.
Kinda.
Oh,
that's weird. Obviously, Red Frame Kai we talked about. The Red Dragon though is freaking sick.
Yeah, that's the back piece that I like to use. And
yeah, it has like 5 weapons. Part of the back it has like 3 or 5 weapons. Twitch. Yeah, it's freaking sweet. It's in GB4. All the Red Frame Kai, and the Red Astray Dragon are all in GB4 in the base game, and it's awesome. And yes, you can get some of the stuff as optional parts for any use of mobile suits. Like the Gerber Astray, you can just put on the side of your mobile suit.
Yeah.
It's great. And then here a little bit of notes and trivia. So the Gerber Astray is a direct English translation of Kiku Ichimonji, a set of 13 katanas made on the auspice of Emperor Go-Toba in 1208. Gerbera in Gerber Astray refers to the genus of the sunflower plant, which is named after the German botanist Traugott Gerber. Okay.
Yeah.
Both the names of Cultwitch and Drag have the Welsh connection. Cultwitch was taken from the Welsh Coldwitch, which is the Welsh name for the sword known in Latin as Caliburnus, or more commonly known as Caliburn or Excalibur. Drag is taken from the name of the Welsh red dragon, Y Draget Dugach, which appears in the flag of Wales. And I'm sorry if I butchered the names.
Welsh is a hard language for
So-
non-native Welsh speakers.
Yes. The Red Frame's bandage appearance in Frame Astrays is based on the customized gunpla submitted for a contest held in Dinkayahabi. Red Frame appears briefly in the Mobile Suit Gundam building beginning G before being sliced up by a black PMX-003, the O. Which is from Double Zeta. From Zeta, just Zeta.
Which is chunky.
It is that's also chunky. Red Frame appears in Battle Assault Gundam Seed Destiny, challenging the player in the 6th battle of the main mode. It also is an unlockable unit in the game. In SD Gundam Capsule Fighter Online, the Red Frame uses his beam saber as his main melee weapon, and the Gerber Astray as a special weapon due to the game mechanics. I didn't know this was a game.
It feels like it's only over in
No.
Korea.
No, it was in the U.S. Yeah, it was released in the
20...
U.S. 2011. Came out in 2011.
And it shut down in 2015.
So it had 4 years. But hey, we had it. It was a gachapon free to play game. Meh. In many video games and other media, the Type 71 battle rifles are used by the prototype Gundam Astrays are generally depicted firing pink beams, which are a very unusual color for the Cosmic Era, as almost all beam rifles and other standard beam weapons, including seamlessly identical beam rifles used by the mass-produced M1 Astrays, fire green beams. In addition, in the video game Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Battle Destiny, the circular shape protruding from beneath the barrel of the Type 71 beam rifles used by the prototype Gundam Astrays are depicted as built-in grenade launchers, which has never been shown or listed in any other form of media. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's just add some things.
Yeah, because we can and no one said anything. That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that is the Gundam Astray Red Frame. And essentially all the other versions, except for their variants, because they're all derivative of one of another.
Yeah.
Except for their variants and upgraded versions, which apparently the Red Frame does not stay upgraded for long. So weird. That's so weird compared to all the other mobile suit, like the other, pilots in the Cosmic Era. When they get an upgraded suit, they just stay with their upgraded suit.
Yeah.
Like Kira has the Strike, and then gets the Freedom, and then gets the Strike Freedom. Atherin has the Aegis, then goes to the Justice, then goes to the Infinite Justice. Kigali has her Strike Rouge, and then eventually becomes the Atamasu. Yeah, the gold one. Atamasu, yeah. The gold one that can, freaking deflect all weaponry that are beam related, by the way, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Shin goes from the the Force the Impulse all the way to the Destiny, and then to the Destiny Spec 2. And yeah, they just keep upgrading and they never go back. Where apparently the Gundam, the Stray frames, just we'll turn it back. It's fine. All right, if you like your suit, you like your suit.
Yeah.
But all right, any final thoughts or anything?
No, not really. I mean, it's a really cool suit.
It is. Go play GB4. It's in GB4, as well as the green and blue and the Amatsu.
Yeah.
And I think the Amatsu Mina is also in there, which is an upgraded version. It's also in GB4. I know they have quite a few of the Gundam. They have a few of the Astrays in GB4, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think there's at least 3 of them.
Well, the red has Red,
Multiple
Kai,
sets.
and Dragon. The blue has blue, Kai, and I think it has a third version. I think green's just green. I don't think there's any other versions of the green. I could be wrong, but I think it's just a green.
I think there are, but there could be.
But yeah, go play GB4. It's great. But with that said, thank you everybody for listening to the Gundam Lorecast, and remember, pilots, stay safe out there. Thank you for listening to the Gundam Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share how you got into the Gundam series, and you can even find us on Twitter at Gundam Lorecast, and even email us at gundamlorecast@outlook.com.